Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here with your flying weather outlook for the weekend and the week ahead, brought to you exclusively by Flyer in association with weatherschool.co.uk. Thanks again for watching. We've got an unsettled few days ahead. There are some flying opportunities to be found though. And that includes this weekend, just depends on where you are. And then things are better as we head into next week. So there is potentially some good news there. Weekend forecast changing a little bit. So if you want me to update you with the latest forecast tomorrow by email, make sure that you add your email address to our weekend forecast list. This is the address that you need to send a blank email to: aviationweather-subscribe@weatherweb.net. It's a list that's been going for, I think, 25 years now, and it just enables me to update you on a Friday with the latest forecast for the weekend. You don't get any spam, you don't get any rubbish, and your email addresses are safe with us, so we don't pass them on to anybody. It's just so that we can let you know about any updates coming up. Now, no dates for Aviation Weather School either, just at the moment, but you can still get your name on the list for that. I'll tell you about that in just a second. Right, let's get on to the forecast. And we'll start with the right day. Here we are with Thursday. So some outbreaks of rain getting into Southern Ireland, Wales, southwestern parts of England. And these are going to be spreading their way northeastwards during the course of this afternoon. Pretty breezy for most, fairly cloudy as well. Drizzle too across western parts of Scotland. But perhaps we might find that eastern areas of England are relatively okay for a time, but as I say, that rain coming in from the west, so a generally deteriorating situation. Now, cold front goes through overnight. That will clear things out of the way though. Some rain still across East Anglia in the southeast first thing on Friday morning. Probably none to marginal VFR here, with a basis of around 1,000 to 2,000 feet, and the top's probably up at about 10,000 feet. A few showers across western parts of Scotland, but other areas are going to be dry and generally fair, basis of around 3,000 feet, tops of around 8,000 feet. But in western Scotland, we're marginal here because of those showers, and the basis of around 3,000 feet with the tops at about 15,000 feet. Windy in northern Scotland, gales here. On to Saturday, that area of high pressure still through central and eastern areas, but you see here rain passing its way northwards through Ireland, perhaps clipping northwest Wales into northwestern parts of England and southern Scotland. These areas, non-VFR, bases less than 1,000 feet, tops could be up at about 15,000 feet. Elsewhere, we've got cloudy in western areas, but a bit of drizzle perhaps across southwestern parts of Wales, the far southwest of England, but generally most areas, after morning mist and fog slowly clears, should be fair, 2,000 to 4,000 foot bases, tops at about 10,000 feet, but a lot of uncertainty over this. Scotland starts off fair, bases around 3,000 feet, tops at 8,000 feet, but that rain encroaching during the afternoon into the south. On to Sunday, cold front again moving eastwards on Sunday. Not much left on it by the time it gets through northern England, the Midlands and into southwest England during the course of Sunday. Probably along it we are still VFRable, but marginal at times, and there may be a little bit of rain over hills. 2,000 foot bases, tops at about 8,000 to 12,000 feet. Okay, across East Anglia in the southeast at first, morning mist patches clearing away, then bases around 3,000 feet, tops at 10,000 feet. Heavy showers for western Scotland. Here we're looking at bases of 2,000 feet, tops about 18,000 feet, and a few showers too across western England and western Wales. 2,000 to 3,000 foot bases, tops at about 16,000 feet. Okay through Ireland, although some cloud in the west and the far southwest. Sunday is still a little bit messy, as you've probably gathered. Now for Monday, more unsettled conditions across the south. I think here generally non-VFRable because of that front. So sort of central southern Wales and England. Bases here less than 1,000 feet. Hill fog as well, 12,000 to 15,000 foot tops. I think as well northwest England, southwest Scotland, non-VFRable overall, but there could be some gaps here and there, but many eastern areas I think, again we're looking at non-VFR, 3,000 foot bases, 10,000 foot tops. Western Scotland seeing some heavy showers, Western Ireland seeing those heavy showers as well. And then Tuesday things do start to improve by the looks of it. I think probably rain across northern and northwestern parts of Scotland. Non-VFR here, bases 1,000 to 2,000 feet, tops at about 12,000 feet. Breezy across northern areas too, but generally VFRable in the east, and windy as well. 3,000 foot bases, 8,000 foot tops. Drizzle affecting western parts of Ireland, 1 to 2,000 foot bases, 12,000 foot tops. Elsewhere, generally VFRable, but always lots of cloud in the west. Bases 4,000 feet, tops about 10,000 feet. And then finally for Wednesday, excuse me, there's that high pressure off towards the south. I think western and southwestern parts of Ireland seeing some drizzle. Other areas, though, generally fair. Bases of around 3,000 feet, tops of 10,000 feet. Non-VFR across Scotland, with conditions here none to marginal, and bases of around 2,000 feet, tops at about 12,000 feet. So all in all, not bad for the beginning of next week across southern areas, although still quite mixed across the north. Don't forget to get your name down for Aviation Weather School Part 1. We're putting together a wait list at the moment so that you can be notified as soon as the next course dates are announced. To go on to that, just go to weatherschool.co.uk, come down to contact us, click on contact, and just fill in your details there. In the meantime, you can do my Pilot's Guide to Scutees course, which is an online course. It's pre-recorded, and you can do that in about 3 hours. But what these wonderful Scutees do is give you the ability to predict cloud bases, cloud tops, winds, weather, freezing levels for a plethora of locations. In fact, anywhere you want, up to 8 days ahead and sometimes beyond. To find out more, click on the video that you see at weatherschool.co.uk, just here on the right hand side, and I'll tell you more about it. Okay, I will leave you with that for now. Whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.